America has gone soft. We used to be builders and now we're professional, I don't know, whiners, highways, bridges, power plants. We used to crush it. Today, we can't even get a subway line built without a decade of hand wringing and lawyers getting all upset. What the hell happened? Construction costs in the United States are a joke today. We're paying more than double what other developed countries spend. And get this, our construction productivity's collapsed 40% in 50 years. We're not just inefficient, we are a walking economic meme. Let's talk brutal reality. 5 million homes are short today. 5 million. That's why kids are still living at home with their parents. Electricity demand is going to spike 15% in 5 years, maybe. So, data centers, they need to double for artificial intelligence. China is eating our lunch on manufacturing. We're not just falling behind, we are getting lapped, and it's a clusterfuck of misaligned incentives, regulatory quicksand, zoning laws from the 1940s, special interests that would rather litigate than innovate. Building anything now is an extreme sport of endurance. Housing is absurd. Local NIMBYs in your suburb are going to block everything. Environmental lawyers are going to turn every project into just a morass of slow construction. California, nearly half of proposed housing units get sued into oblivion. We're sophisticated at stopping stuff, not building stuff. And we have outsourced our industrial soul. If you take a look at semiconductor fabs, they're gone. Nuclear expertise is vanishing. High tech manufacturing, China says, I'll take that. We went from the arsenal of democracy to the arsenal of PowerPoint presentations in America. Cut the red tape, force local governments to stop being growth blocking parasites. Tax incentives can be cute, but mandates are where the action is. Federal funding shouldn't be a participation trophy. If you want highway money, you should prove that you can build and relax dinosaur zoning laws that are banning homes. Fast track permitting. No more free rides for cities or suburbs that treat growth like a communicable disease. Our infrastructure funding is a racket. States get federal dollars, then hand them to the same old boys club of contractors. There's no competition and there's no accountability. It becomes like an expensive game of pass the bucket, pass the budget. Tariffs and protectionism are going to make it worse. And performance-based funding, period, that is important. You want to streamline permitting. You want to open contracts to real competition. And you want to penalize states that turn infrastructure projects into multi-generational sagas. And if you look at environmentalists, their playbook is out of date. We're not fighting dirty projects anymore. We need clean infrastructure. You need solar, you need grid updates, you need nuclear power. Being anti-progress isn't progressive. Now, if you take a look at the Inflation Reduction Act, it was a start, but you need revolutionary reform today. Environmental reviews shouldn't take longer than most marriages. A solar farm shouldn't require the legal complexity of something like the Magna Carta. And AI supremacy isn't just code. You need data centers, you need chip fabs, you need supply chains. If we don't build, well, we're going to end up becoming like the MySpace of global innovation. That means game over now. The anti regulation crowd is often more destructive than regulators. If you want to look at random tariffs, there's cost explosions. Bureaucracy slashing without strategy, that's more dysfunction. The playbook is simple for problems. Kill unnecessary permitting. You want federal funding with teeth to get stuff done. You want real infrastructure competition. And you want to build more multifamily homes everywhere, in every suburb. This isn't economics, it's national survival.